Well, a lot of us are fearful. I know I have been lately, seeing all the rioting and the violence and, of course, the coronavirus, but we don't need to be fearful. God is on our side. I want to talk to you about it in your morning cup of inspiration. I was reading a story in the Old Testament in 2 Kings the other day that really encouraged my heart. In 2 Kings chapter 6, there's a story about Elisha. You see, the king of Syria was after the children of Israel, and he was upset because they seemed to know his every move. And it was because of Elisha, who was a prophet. So beginning in verse 11, chapter 6 of 2 Kings, we read, "Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled for this thing, and he called his servants and said unto them, Will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? And one of the servants said, None, my lord, O king, but Elisha, the prophet that is in Israel, telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber." God had given Elisha great wisdom to know what was going on. In verse 13, "And he said, Go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him. And it was told him, saying, Behold, he is in Dothan. Therefore he sent horses and chariots and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about." So they were surrounding, closing in on Elisha. "And when the servant of Elisha," it says, "and when the servant of the man of God was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do this? How shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them." I mean, there was just two guys, and they were surrounded by these chariots and horses. And then it says, Elisha prayed and said, "Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see." And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Lord and said, Smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness, according to the word of Elisha. And then Elisha led them all to Samaria. He didn't kill the Syrians, but he just took them there, and then he fed them, and their sight was restored. But God was with Elisha, but his servant couldn't see what Elisha saw. Through eyes of faith, Elisha could see those chariots of fire, those angelic warriors that were there on his side. And God still works the same way today. We can't see them, but if we're believers, we trust in the Lord, we put our faith in him, he will surround us with his angels. They're here to protect us. I hope that strengthens your faith today. God bless, and I'll see you soon for another morning cup of inspiration.